What did you do as your job?
Some of my duties.
Yeah, sure.
So I was kind of involved a lot with the volunteers as well as the kids. So I was in charge of putting together the trainings, training them, and then more so as the date got closer, I was the person that created the individual schedules for every group. So there was 166 groups today, and that meant I had to create an individual individual schedule for every single group that came. I was also in charge of putting together the name tags, communicating with the schools, pairing the volunteers with the groups. So it was kind of all over the place.
Cool. What was your favorite part about working?
My favorite part. I'm a very leadership-oriented kind of person, so I love being able to kind of direct people and kind of like, be independently able to, make a call and follow through with that. So it was a lot of fun to kind of, work with a lot of different areas and a lot of different people and kind of get involved in it with everything, and at the same time be able to kind of direct the show in a way. It was a lot of fun for me.
What aspect of the tour day was like the most anxiety-inducing?
Definitely making the individual schedules for every single group. There were so many, and there were so many people. I mean, there was 2,000 fifth graders here in a matter of 2 days, and I had to coordinate where every single one was going to be at every single moment. So it was really stressful to make sure that everyone was accounted for and had a spot.
That sounds really stressful.
It was.
Were there any surprises throughout this process?
Yeah, definitely. I guess for me it was a lot of uncertainty once the day actually came, because there's things that you don't see coming, and I'm a very big planner, so here I am going in and I have all these like lists made up, and then people call in sick and things happen where they just like can't show up, and I had to be the person to quickly figure out where each group was going to be when someone went missing, as far as like volunteer to help out. So it came with a lot of thinking on your feet, and that was definitely unexpected. I didn't think it was going to be that hectic.
All right. How many schools were in the event?
How many schools? So it was roughly about 21.
Okay. How many kids?
Exactly. It was 2,213.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so did schools have to travel far? What was the farthest that a school had to travel to come here?
We actually invited some schools from non-Eau Claire district, and this year we had a few new schools. I want to say the furthest one was roughly about an hour away. Yeah.
Jeez.
So they really wanted to come.
Hey, if I mess up, just ask the question again or something. I'll just look at the camera and be like, wow, I'm so bad at this.
All right.
You good? Okay.
Kids asked exactly how a bird reproduces with another bird.
Yeah, you got that. Blowing up Earth, and then the rest of the solar system, and that was it. Like that was their entire their story. It was just really dark, and everything exploded.
So the purpose of Blugold Beginnings is to close the opportunity gap for the folks who don't get access to higher education. So the whole goal of our program, and the particular goals of today, are to help every kid get the same message, regardless of how much money their parents make, if they live in with their parents' home, or if they're in foster care or in a group home, regardless of the color of their skin, whether or not their teacher thinks that they're good enough to go to college. We want everybody to get that message today. That's the purpose of our program. It's so important that you believe that message and you can convey that to every kid in your group.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
I think my favorite part of the event was just the different groups that I had. I always like characterized myself as like not a kid person, but I had so much fun. They were like so high energy, and it was just a blast to be able to really, you know, show these kids what college was like.
My favorite part about the tour day was probably just seeing the overwhelming joy on the kids' faces and just seeing how much they love college and they're looking forward to it, and how much they really want to stay in a dorm room with their best friends for a whole year.
And what went well with you then?
I'd say the hard work that all of us put in kind of motivated everybody else in the group to kind of do their part and be excited about the day. One of the projects that we all communicated each other, we worked really hard. It was, and we all enjoyed it, even though it was a little bit unorganized. We still had fun. And, yeah.
What is the weirdest thing a kid said to you during this tour day?
I think the weirdest the weirdest thing that some of the kids said to me, we were in the bird room and we were looking at just like different kind of birds, and suddenly we got on the topic of how babies are made, and one of the kids asked exactly how a bird reproduces with another bird, and I had to just kind of shy them away and move on to something else.
Well, I don't know about a weird thing he said to me, but there was this one kid, I can't remember his name, but he kept dabbing on me, and every time he's like, hey, give me a high five, and he's like, dab. So after a while, I just got, that's enough. So he did. I went up to him at the end and said, "Hey, man, it was a good day. Like, we'll see you next time." And then I just dabbed on him, and all the kids went crazy. So that was the highlight, man. I mean, all right. So the most important question: would you take part in Blugold Beginnings 5th grade tour day again?
Absolutely. It's so much fun. It's a lot of fun, and like, I hadn't been involved with it in the past because I've always been like busy with other things, like I've had classes that day or like whatever's going on, and after doing the program this year, I regretted not doing it every single year of college because this was it was so much fun, and I loved being a part of these kids' lives. So